And that, folks, is why we do audio checks. Let's see.
And that, folks, is
There
why
he
we do
is.
audio checks. Let's see.
That's why all this time later we still always do an audio check. We never take it for granted that you can hear me. I am blessed enough, fortunate enough now that if I were to start without the audio check and perhaps not have my microphone on, I could trust that before too long somebody would probably show up to tell me that. But why take that risk? Why gamble with fate? I was saying, if you aren't gifted in the art of lip reading, I was saying, so sorry I'm late. And then I also said, sorry I'm late more than usual, because I'm typically already late. I'm sorry I'm more late tonight. Sorry about that. My bad. Hope you're doing okay. You want to know why I was late, Dilly Tots, in the chat? My man, my big, beautiful baby. I was late because I was in bed playing King's Choice with Jessica. The mobile game that we play, the Winry Wavel game, you may recall. We were like, I wasn't playing it with her so much as we were both playing it together. And she had never unmuted the game before. And I have like Bluetooth headphones in almost exclusively, so whenever I'm playing the game, it's like always unmuted in my ears. And I was like, you haven't heard all the terrible voice acting and like AI in the game? And so she had unmuted it, and we were going through every single character, and I was showing her how terrible all the characters are and the weird things that they say. It was too much fun. I was like, this stream can wait. I have to keep this going. No, we're not on the same server, so I also don't think there's really much we could do even if we were on the same server. As a matter of fact, my patience with that game is starting to wear thin because I've played it enough now that like progress is starting to really slow down, and things that would typically I'd be able to accomplish several of in the same day, it's like one of those things takes 2 days now. It's very apparent what they're doing. They want you to get hooked on the sensation and satisfaction of making progress, so that when they slow it down to a crawl, you're willing to spend a couple bucks here and there to juice it up and get it moving again. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be tempted. I won't do that. I have a great restraint in those types of things. So I won't do that. But I am getting a little annoyed with it because the endorphin rush of making progress and unlocking things is not quite what it was a few weeks ago. But I'm still playing. It's just another thing for me to do while I'm sitting on the toilet. It's like when I want to just disappear on my phone, it's like, all right, we scroll Twitter, and then we scroll Reddit, and then we play King's Choice, and then once we're done with King's Choice, there's some new stuff for me to read on Twitter. That's the doom scroll routine for me for the most part. That's the good stuff right there. I could have probably made Winry Wavel in this. We could have done a Winry Wavel run. And it is true when I play that game. It's kind of fantasy themed, I guess. Yeah, it is, but it's very medieval castles, knights, and stuff. It does make me long to play this, a game that I own in perpetuity and that exists, and I don't have to pay more money to make it play better. Speaking of which, look at this. We got some great new armor for our Inquisitor here. I crafted some nice elven mage armor. She looks so much better. Let's get in here. Let's get started. I started in-game and not on the menu screen because the menu screen sound gets claimed on YouTube, which is not really a problem. I don't really mind stuff getting claimed. We're not monetizing there. But it's sort of the principle of it, right? Imagine a day in which I am monetized on YouTube and then all my Dragon Age videos get claimed and I can't profit off of them. Wouldn't that be a damn shame? I have been playing this game off stream. As you can see, there's nothing left to do on the war table. I did some side quest stuff in the Hinterlands again. I did some side quest stuff in the Storm Coast. I did the Fallowmire, which is like, I think, entirely an optional area. So I've been playing this a bit off stream, and we're going to get right into it with the action, hopefully, because last time we did a whole lot of just kind of walking and talking last time. Let's see. We want to go here and meet them at the Chantry. Yeah, I've been playing this a bit off stream, and I did kind of the calendar math the other day. I edited the schedule on Twitch so you can see my planned streams coming up here. I kind of did the math on this though, and I'm not sure how confident I am that I can finish this before October gets here. I'm gonna try, and I've got a bonus stream penciled in for the 27th, which is a Friday, and I think I see a good opportunity to make a lot of progress that day, where I should be able to start a bit earlier than I normally would and go a bit later than I normally would, and so that could go a long way in getting us there. But I'm not sure that I'll be able to finish this before October gets here. We'll see. We're going to go meet these mages. If you remember last time, we're trying to court the mages onto the Inquisition. We want their help, the rebel mages who are currently at odds with the Templars, and a civil war that is raging across the nation. So we are given the option to try to appeal to the mage side of that conflict or the Templar side. Me personally, I always go mages. But last time we talked to them, they already made a different deal with those damn Teventers. The Teventer Imperium, and basically sold themselves to a magister before we could appeal to them and bring them on board the Inquisition. So now we have to work with this scummy Teventer mage. And we have to go make negotiations with him now. So let's see, who should we bring with us? Let's go. For our mage, I think we'll pick Solus. We're gonna get into the RP of this. We'll pick Solus because the other option is Vivian, and she loves the circles and control and the traditional establishment. Not really who we want when we're going to talk to some apostates. So we'll bring Solus. He loves being an apostate. He loves being a rebel. He loves liberation. Cassandra, by the same token, kind of a fan of the Chantry, so let's bring Blackwall instead. And you know what? For our rogue, can never go wrong with Varric. And Varric, you know, he was hanging out with Hawk. He loves mages, no problem. All right, let's get everybody going. The Full Dreams PT remake is out now with cinematic and Hallway 15. Oh, congrats! Are you all done with it? Clip it and ship it. I don't know why you would clip it, but ship it. Nice. Congratulations.
Should we look around?
From everything I had seen, you guys did a really great job. So I'm happy to hear that you saw it all the way through to the end. And what is probably the most complete and accessible way to play PT for anybody these days, short of buying a PS4 on eBay, which, you know, as we all have enough disposable income to do. So, hell yeah. Nice job. Keeping the dream alive. No pun intended. Alright, let's go talk to these buffoons. Oh, we look so much better in this armor. Oh, who's this?
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
With his pesky little mustache. I actually forgot we met him here entirely, to be honest with you. We got some new spells. I think these are new since I last streamed this. You got this little lightning ball that like traps everything within its perimeter. Put some barriers down. I totally forgot we met Dory in here. We've almost met all of the potential companions. After Dorian, I think we have one more, unless I'm forgetting another one. I can't remember where or when we get him, though. Oh, we look so much better in this armor.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
Speaking of Tevinter mages...
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathis. How do you do? Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Stop talking like you're waiting for applause. Just tell me what's going on.
What? There's no applause? Fine. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
I hope that's less dangerous than it sounds.
More. That is fascinating,
Ah!
true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here.
Forgot you were here, old
How
cue
it
ball.
twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
I'd like more proof than magical time control. Go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it. Ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys?
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Yeah, but you guys have pretty cool armor. Also, Solus looks pretty dope in his Grey Warden armor, but unfortunately that's very stolen valor of him, and really in poor taste when Blackwall is standing right there. But he does look very cool. This is much better than his slutty midriff armor he had before. I think everybody got upgraded off stream. Some people were looking pretty silly on their armor, but everybody got upgraded on my time. You see the trailer for Mickey 17? I saw like the little teaser they put up yesterday. Did they put out a real trailer today? I have not seen it, as you can probably tell. Slutty dwarves? I don't doubt that you do, but we had Solus was the one who was. Well, I guess Varric was pretty slutty as well. Solus was being extraordinarily slutty, and personally, I didn't like that. I thought it was very inappropriate.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Alright, Dorian. Dorian's pretty fantastic, actually. Alright, that's all there was to it. Let's get this loot and we're going back home. Full trailer is out and it looks so good. Okay. I'll also look at it before bed. Bong Hive, rise up, baby. I'm game. I know there was a period there where I looked at that movie like wasn't going to come out or was going to, because it's Warner Brothers, right? Like maybe the Curse of Zaslav was going to send it to hell. So I'm glad it's going to supposedly, hopefully, get a real release. Feels kind of crazy that, because this will be Bong Joon-ho's first movie since Parasite, right? I don't know when he finished this, and the world kind of ended for a bit there after Parasite came out. But it seems kind of crazy for it to have like such a huge global hit like that, and it, you know, I mean, not that he needs to rush or anything. It's just like, damn. I wonder if it was, for me, I would think it was more everybody else problem than a him problem. Whoa!
They're right. Alexius is setting a trap for us. I'm sure he is. Everything about that Magister practically screamed.
Send Zaslav straight to the penis exploding machine. I agree. Let's see. Somebody has points. It's Varric. Just Varric. Let's see. Critical hit, you regenerate stamina. That's good. I think he worked on the Snowpiercer TV show, but his first movie since Parasite. I never watched the Snowpiercer show. Did anybody watch that? I actually just watched Snowpiercer the movie again for the first time in a while. This past weekend. Because Jess had never seen it and had been meaning to watch it. So I watched a lot of it with her. That's a good movie. I forgot how, like, the third act of that movie is so... It feels so much like the ending of, like, an RPG video game. If you've seen it, I think you'll know what I mean. But, like, he's given to me this, like, very kind of binary video game choice at the end. Like it feels like that movie could conceivably have, like, 3 different endings. It's a good movie. It kept, like... This guy's always running around. Watch, we come back here, that guy's always hauling ass that way. But, like, where's he actually going? What are you doing? You got anything new, Liliana?
There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Oh yeah, you kind of go in this arc with her where you soften or harden her.
Wait, what are you doing? He betrayed us. He murdered my agent. And you'd kill him, just like that. You find fault with my decision?
It is kind of hilarious to think we're going to stop her over this, because everybody in this game is certainly killed more for less.
If he has knowledge, then he's a resource. Use him. He's a loose end who could escape and get word to our enemies. Butler's betrayal put our agents in danger. I condemned one man to save dozens.
Like, I don't think that's
I may not like
unreasonable.
what I do, but it must be done. I cannot afford the luxury of ideals at a time like this.
But in my memory, it's better for her to lead her down more sort of an empathic path.
Now is precisely the time for ideals. You feel very strongly about this.
I mean, I personally don't really, but
Very well. I will think of another way to deal with this man. Apprehend Butler, but see that he lives.
it's better when you're nice.
Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
I think you have a series of conversations and choices with her like that throughout. Well, if she had something to do, now it makes me kind of feel like I need to check in with other people.
Need something?
No. Never mind. I think you're fine. Right? You're fine. We want to get stuff done this stream. I feel like we lollygagged a lot on the last stream, so let's get it moving. We're going to the war room. Rewatched Dune 2. Haven't bothered with Part 2. Pretty good, I would say. In my humble little opinion. Better than the first one. Because I liked the first one a good deal. But I really, really liked the second one. Because I feel like the first one is a lot of setup. And the second one is a lot of payoff. Alright, here we go. Now we get to choose where we're going. So up at this point, we can either lock it in. We're going to either see what the mages are doing, or we're going to see what the Templars are doing.
Several bards will play for her tomorrow night.
We're going to go to
We'll
the
have
mages.
names soon enough.
Redcliffe Castle and the mages who would close the breach are under the control of Magister Garyon Alexius, a venatory cultist with an unhealthy interest in Lavellan, that's me, and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Level into the castle alone to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Liliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the venatory threat while Alexius' attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best
We don't
chance.
have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Yeah, you would like that,
Redcliffe
wouldn't
is in
you?
the hands of a magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me? He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The magister...
Has outplayed us.
Ah, it's
We
fine.
can't just give up. There has to be something we can do.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Where is the Isle of Redcliffe? I'm sure he'd help us get his castle back.
After he was displaced, Arl Tegan rode straight for Dunnerin to petition the crown for help. I doubt he'll want our assistance once the Ferelden army lays siege to his castle.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
While they're focused on Lavellan, we break the Magister's defensives. It could work, but it's a huge risk.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
And he has a fantastic mustache goatee combo.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the
I'm not going to do that,
It's
Colin.
up to you.
You're very not subtle. Why don't you go record a YouTube video about Cancel culture. We're going. Nice try. Templars are dorks. Alright, so Dorian's locked in. He's our mage. I don't have to pick each class, but I prefer to. So we're going to take Dorian. Again, we'll take Varric. And for our warrior... we'll bring Cassandra along. Why not? Part 2 is much better than Part 1 because where all the action happens. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Again, I liked the first one, but I remember that movie ended. I had this big feeling of like, really? There? Has a very, like, Part 1 ending. And Part 2 is all the follow-through, so I found it just to be much more satisfying.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress
It has another ending where it's like, I want to see what's next, but... it doesn't feel quite as open. There's still a lot of plot threads getting tied off. Arcs coming to an end, right? Dorian, Varric, and Iron Bull are a great trio. Shucks. I goofed it. I brought Cassandra. She's gonna be such a buzzkill. She's such a dork when it comes to apostates, which we're trying to hang out with. Well, I guess we're not really trying to hang out with them right now. We're just trying to bust up these Venatori. Anyway, what's going on, Kit? Great to see you. Hey, Kit! Let's see if I gave this shout-out successful. I tried to do it last time I streamed it. It didn't work. Let's see if we could do a shout-out. Because Kit... There we go. Has returned to the stream scene. But not on that channel. On We So Punny. I was watching them yesterday play... What was that game? Was it called Drowned? Basically like a survival sim sandbox. Stranded Deep. I don't know where I got Drowned from. As I said it, I was like, that sounds way darker than what you were playing. But like a stranded on an island at sea sim type thing. So we love to see that. I was enjoying tuning in for a bit of that last night. And as I understand, coming back from a bit of a hiatus and we'll be streaming more regularly. What were we going to say? They're coming with me.
They have to accompany me. You wouldn't deprive me of my attaches, would you?
Should be called Drowned. Yeah, we were talking about Second Dude movie. Should be called Crabbed, because I remember there was a lot of crabs. And there was a continuation of our discussion about how you should eat face huggers. And they had somebody in chat who I understood to be well experienced in the culinary art, giving some advice on how you could prepare and cook face huggers.
And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Let's talk about time magic.
I'd much rather discuss your time magic.
I'm afraid I have no idea what you mean.
She knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
We made sure to disarm your trap before we came in. I hope you don't mind.
I've yet to see your cleverness, I'm afraid. You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control.
Cassandra looks a little silly in that armor, now that I'm looking at her. It's like a little big on her, you know? What can you do?
If I'm a mistake, what exactly was the breach supposed to accomplish?
It was to be a triumphant moment for the Elder One, for this world.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliche everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe.
This guy's brain got rotted by like Facebook.
From its own ashes.
He's been sharing too many posts about the Elder One.
That's who you serve? The one who killed the Divine? Is he a mage?
Soon he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the
Some of those pants.
to the frozen seas.
That's what I do. I just critique everybody's outfits in this.
This is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Oh.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
It's pretty mean. You probably would like me if you got to know me. Grew up watching the Kyle MacLachlan and Sting Dune. Hey, good old David Lynch.
Blood of the Elder One.
We love a little David Lynch around here. We love a lot of David Lynch around here, actually. Oh, look at these guys. Cool helmets here, I gotta be honest with you, if I'm critiquing these outfits. I know you guys are like dorks and everything, but you got cool helmets. The big spike on them. Eat this ball lightning. Sugon D's ball lightning. How you like that? Great.
Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy.
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. We're still in the car.
Where's that camera?
Isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simple.
He's got that stick still in his hand awkwardly.
Alexius used
He's wagging it around.
moved us through time.
Anyway, we traveled through time.
That doesn't sound good.
It sounds terrible. Depending on when we are and what happened while we were away. Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
Gotta love like when cutscenes are rendered in game and
What was Alexius trying to do?
don't quite get staged correctly.
If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Makes sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
Oh, thank you so much.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
My dad loves that movie so much. I've seen all the releases of it. Oh, the Lynch dude.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
You have a plan to get us back, I hope.
I have some thoughts on that. They're lovely thoughts. Like little jewels.
Alright, don't interrupt me this time. I'm trying to loot. Forgot, actually, that there was like a time travel segment in this game. You gotta be careful when you introduce time travel to your story. It's like, how hard do you want to think about that? How hard do you want the players to think about that? Alright, Dorian's popping in at level 10, so we gotta make sure he's got the goods. Let's see. Let's get you a better staff. Not that one, though. You're not ready for that one. Actually, your staff's fine. How about your armor? Oh, yeah, you can wear this one. Is that the best one we got? Look, we got... The slutty armor is free to assign out now. Do you want some? Interestingly enough... Nope, there we go. Oh, my goodness. I was going to say, his doesn't render as slutty, but no, there it was. Alright, let's get you some accessories. You gotta accessorize. Here, take the belt of the Winter Pact. That sounds amazing. And then we gotta get your skills. Make sure they can pay the bills, of course. Let's see. Not going to think about it too hard. Just going to get in here and give you some stuff. You'll know what to do. Give you a little bit of everything. You can make barriers. Boom. 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 Let's give you some more frost. I feel like I haven't done a lot of frost. You got this. And you got this. And you got this. Terrific. I'll trust you know what to do with all that. I'm not going to worry about it too much. As you may have noticed, I don't really switch to the other characters all that often. I got enough problems. Rhinos? Oh, rhino helmets, yes. They are pretty Warframe. There's a lot of great outfits in this game, so it's why I'm being so critical of the ones that just don't quite meet my standards.
Alexius has made a dreadful mess of this place, hasn't he?
I didn't see this part of the castle.
It was covered in the tackiest carvings of wolves and dogs I'd ever seen. This is not an improvement.
Got all these evil rocks. Big day for crystal mommies in here. Especially the evil ones. Even better when you mod and they don't mesh for cutscenes. It's like a Picasso interpretation. I love that shit when like somebody's in the wrong place and they're like right in front of the camera. Alright. The man who voices Dorian and the woman for Vivian were in a softcore film about 30 years ago. It was called Kama Sutra. Now that's a movie trivia, baby. I just recently, I feel like this is super old news that everybody already knows, but I just learned recently that in Mass Effect, the woman that voices Samara, who is not a character we met because we haven't played Mass Effect 2 on here yet, is Billie Eilish's mom. I just recently learned that. Last time I played Mass Effect 2, Billie Eilish was probably in like 3rd grade.
My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins.
Oh yeah?
Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Brother been hitting the evil rocks too much.
Lisas. Hello? Do you remember me?
I'm glad you remember him, Alana, because I don't know, maybe he gave me a side quest or something. And Redcliffe. See the one with the like a demonic goat I had to rescue? That wasn't on stream, but you just gotta take my word for it. Just resubbed and they stuck me in ad jail. I'm so sorry. Thanks for the resub, though. May your latest stint in ad jail be brief and merciful. Oh my god. A little bit of that. Oh, watch this. I learned this move too. Boom! You fly around the map. That's going to be crucial for the specialization we're going to get later in the game. Because we're going to have... our inventory's full. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Okay, I guess we could destroy some of the stuff we're not going to use, right? Alright, this stuff's all old news. How about our weapons? I don't want to, like, come across something... I should have sold all this stuff before we did this. I don't want to come across some good loot and then, like, not take it and miss out on it because I'm full up. Out of jail? Terrific. Well, I don't know if you were in jail when I said it, but thank you for the resub. Appreciate you. Glad to have you on board, and I feel very fortunate that you found the channel just as I started to play this game. Because I know you're a huge fan of Dragon Age. Especially because you're coming in with incredible facts, like two of the voice actors were in a softcore adult film together. That's... what are the odds, you know? That's destiny right there. I'll definitely have to watch that film before bed. You know. Because I like Dragon Age.
You're alive. I saw you disappear.
Talk about a crystal, Bobby. That's going a little bit far.
Is that red lyrium growing from your body? How?
The longer you're near it,
This New Age stuff is getting out of control.
then they mine your corpse for more.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mir. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
I must have missed out on a lot during that year.
You must beware. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
I've never fought a god before. This should be memorable.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
So yeah, we've been essentially blasted forward, and what is that? Is that like a... is that a rotting corpse? What is that? We've been blasted into like a hypothetical future where we never received the ability to close rifts. And this is what happened.
Why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
And by extension, never close the breach in the sky. Also, Dorian, you need to drink this. No, not me. Don't... what the hell? There you go. That's better. Okay. Go down there. What's in here? Who's in here? Who else is having a really bad year?
Andraste's sacred knickers. You're alive. Where were you? How did you escape?
We didn't escape. Alexius sent us into the future.
Everything that happens to you is weird.
You might be right about that.
I'm always right. And when I'm not, I lie about it. So, what are you doing here? Or did you come back just to trade quips with me?
We get to Alexius, and I just might be able to send us back to our own time. Simple, really.
That may not be as easy as you think. Alexius is just a servant. His Elder One assassinated the Empress and led a demon army in a huge invasion of the South. The Elder One rules everything. What's left of it, anyway. Alexius is really not the one you need to worry about.
So, excuse me. No, I misremembered this. We weren't sent into a hypothetical future where he never had any powers. We were sent into the future, but then in a weird sort of time travel brain teaser way, like we disappeared from the present. We were entirely gone for a year. So all this happened while we were gone, and then we were transported to this point in time. So to us, it felt like a minute, but everybody lived that year where we were gone and in sort of in time limbo. Make sense? Okay, great.
Then I look forward to meeting Alexius as master.
Be careful what you wish for. You want to take on Alexius? I'm in. Let's go.
And even though Varric has glowing red evil eyes, he wants to still be our friend. And that's just, you know, the kind of pal he is. Felt like I was super late finding out Rob Schneider is L. King's dad. I did know that. I think that was maybe one of the very first things I learned about her. I also recently learned that she basically has no relationship with her father and thinks he's a piece of shit. I can't believe that. I can't believe Rob Schneider is a disappointment as a father.
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Oh, what is she yapping about?
Fire is her water. You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Mako, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
I'm not back from the dead, Cassandra. I just got... Well, this is hard to explain.
I was there. The Magister obliterated you with a gesture.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time? Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
If Dorian is right and can actually reverse the spell, then yes.
None of this will happen. Andraste, please let that be true. Alexius locked himself in the throne room. That is where we'll find him.
We just do a sick mid-air loot. Did you see that? That was like 500 points for sure. Didn't know that about Mass Effect. Yeah, Billie Eilish's mom voices Samara. There's your fun fact for the day. We're exchanging fun facts here. I don't think Rob Schneider being a sack of trash counts as a fun fact. I think everybody knew that by now. But yeah, she like very publicly said, like, I have no relationship with him. I don't like him. I think he's a piece of shit. The hot chick's not very funny, etc.
Just like old times.
And then he like publicly made a statement that was like, I'm very sad by this. I just want to have a relationship with my daughter. But she like disavowed him because he says all sorts of terrible things. He's very very right-leaning, anti-cancel culture. You can't make jokes anymore these days. My pronouns are fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's gotta be difficult to put up with, and maybe you just don't put up with it. that's a valid approach
Take a look
and
around.
response.
See if there's anything we can use.
Prayer to the new god. Praise his name, yada yada yada. That's a big yada 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 right there. Old god prayers, please. Open that up. That's why I like to mod after I play through. Get things like no loot weight. That would be nice. I am such a compulsive looter. Can't help myself. We're about to be filled up again here. For sure. Might have to spend some time at the merchant. Sell some of this stuff off. Because most of it, I'm pretty sure, is just like gear we've already leveled past. Oh, not the gallstone charm. That's just like... Oh my god, look at this guy. Happy Halloween. Jesus. That's just like stuff you can get for the sake of selling it, but it does, unfortunately, take up space in your inventory. Alright, anything good here? I mean, like, this stuff probably don't need it. It's not, like, rare or anything. Get some gold. Oh, we got that. We could pick that one up. Alexius keeps asking for patrols of the walls. Wasted time if you ask me. The Inquisition ground themselves to a pulp against the walls ages ago. Ferelden made 3 attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. Who's left out there to threaten us? The mountain barbarians? But Alexius seems to expect a siege. Man's gone completely mad. Better to put the men on watch inside the walls. More of those blasted rifts open every day. It was better when we still had the people for blood sacrifices. Ah, yes, those were the days. Unbound demons have emptied the castle, village, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. I had this giant sausage on the table. I couldn't wait to sit down and eat it. Almost an entire wheel of cheese. Nope, we had wild demons roaming the castle. Had to get up and go deal with it. I think Cassandra is ready for a big prize. Share a big prize? Let's see what we can give you. How about a lunge and a slash? I bet you'd love to do that. Enjoy it. What else? Oh, what's in this bag? Oh, that's right, the gallstone charm. Another big mid-air loot there, by the way. Pretty sick trick. Speaking of pretty sick tricks, I'd seen that Tony Hawk. What a segue. Tony Hawk had teased something big on what I think is soon to be the 20th anniversary of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Is that right? It feels like it should be more than that because I'm so old. I really fucking hope we get a remaster of Tony Hawk's Underground. It doesn't have to be a remaster. If they were just like, we're gonna do like a re-release of it for modern consoles and stuff, that would be like Tony Hawk's Underground would be like an instant stream. That would be like a break the glass, shut it all down. We're playing Tony Hawk Underground immediately. I don't care what's going on. For a tragic love story, Kama Sutra is not a bad film. It's Showtime's softcore level, and 30 years ago at that, so it's probably softer than Charmin now. It's probably like relatively classy by comparison to contemporary standards. I would think, maybe. Or maybe not. Nah, it probably is. Just based on what you've told me. Who's being a weird pervert, huh? Anybody in the cages? I'm not being a weird pervert. Definitely not me. I would never do that. I say as I look up the softcore adult film before bed. Oh my. Interrupting something, are we? Boom. Oh, look at this creepy guy. He's got a big book in front of him. I wish I could have a book floating in front of me. As a mage, you don't get to do that. Dorian, can you keep it together, brother? I wish I could have a book. It's a cool look.
May she find peace at the Maker's side.
Oh, we gotta get these things. Look at these. Hold on. We gotta break more stuff. I guess we could break some of the valuables, right? Like a silk handkerchief? No, but this stuff is money. It's money. We can't just throw money away. Let's see. We can get rid of this. And this. And this. We want to get the upgrade for... Did you see that? Wait. What is this big faker doing? Hold on. Oh! Did you see that? Lady, nice try. You're faking. Big faker busted in 4K. Nice try. Yeah. Alright, lay on the ground. Nobody's gonna bother you. Just pretending to be asleep. Some big skulls. Think this is the future of the Empress of Orlais is assassinated? Yeah. Basically, everything's gone wrong because we weren't there to stop it. Thus, the Inquisition never really comes to fruition. Hold on. I want to see if this guy does it. No, not you. He's dead for sure. Not like that big faker. Oh yeah, fuck. Liliana's really going through it.
Die first. Or you will.
She just like aged 40 years.
You're alive.
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
What happened while we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Talking to fill silence. I never do that.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
I won't do that if I'm playing Tony Hawk Underground. I'll be spending too much time listening to all the sick tunes. I wonder if they would have to... I bet you the music would be different though, wouldn't it? You'd have to like go back and re-secure all those licenses and stuff. You know? That'd be a huge loss. Wouldn't feel right to play a Tony Hawk game with a different soundtrack. It's like a different game. But as long as I can send Eric Sparrow to hell again, that'll be enough. Ah, okay, we'll leave the silver ring. I guess that's not like a valuable in the same way some of the other junk is. I guess maybe the silver, like a ring is considered loot because you could probably enchant it. Right? Is that how that works?
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No!
Come forth and serve the Elder One.
Stop that. Oh my god! Watch this. Dorian, my man, you gotta stop taking hits.
This is madness. Alexei can't have wanted this.
Gotta start putting up those barriers, son. Can't take it. Inventory's full. That's fine. I think that's fine. And then if I miss some really great loot, you can just yell at me about it. Nope. Like I said, I think I've leveled past probably a lot of this loot because I obsessively play a bunch of the side mission stuff already. So that's probably alright. That's like purple or blue, then I'm just gonna have to do what I can to get it.
The breach, it's
everywhere.
Used to be, it was only
Ooh, I'm gonna get it. Nope, I got hit.
Now, just good sense.
Zap! You know what game I saw is getting a console release that I'm really excited about is Home Safety Hotline. If you know what that is a indie, like, quasi-horror game? Sort of a horror game. That's like fashioned as like an old 90s like computer desktop. And you play as an employee of like a call center where you take calls concerning like infestations from mythical creatures. Ooh, are you okay? What the? Are you okay? Just be like, yeah, I got like a hob living in my walls and it's eating all my food. And so like you have to diagnose the different infestations and creatures and things like that based on what the callers tell you. And so you have to like get them right to properly treat and solve the problem. I've watched people play it. The main man Metaract had streamed it. I've watched a few people play it. But I think it's a really cool, unique idea. And not the kind of thing I necessarily suspected would get ported to consoles, but Puppet Combo coming through once again, doing the Lord's work, getting that good indie horror over to consoles so more people can play it. Like a true force for good. What are these? I feel like I should not stand in these. And there's a rift here. Is that like a poser rift? Whoa. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're like gaps in time. So like if you go in this one, you go really fast. Watch this, guys. Bam! Boom! Not really that impressive when it's just these little spot. And then over here it just it gets slows down. Not really that, you know. I wouldn't look at that as like time itself unraveling. You could pretty easily avoid that if you wanted to. In fact, this is an advantage as far as I'm concerned. But Alright. Sorry. Sorry about that. Liliana was watching that happen. She was really offended and upset about that. She's actually not in the mood for a Benny Hill gag after being tortured and starved for an entire year.
I am not a child. I can.
Hello? Sorry about that. What game are you talking about? Show me the Eclipse. Is there a console? And conveniently, they just recently announced that... I don't know if you know what Home Safety Hotline is. That's what I was talking about. Cool little indie game. But they just also announced like a DLC, a free DLC expansion for Home Safety Hotline that's like holiday Christmas themed. I don't know, you know I like to do some festive streams in December, so I might have to find time to do Home Safety Hotline so we can maybe do the expansion in December as well. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's really cool. I was just saying, but I'll kind of briefly repeat, is like you like work at a call center and people call in concerning like monster infestations and things of that nature, and so you have to properly like diagnose their issues to solve them. And if you like get a bunch wrong, I think you like fail and game over. But it's cool. A lot of like weird voice acting in it. It's very creative. A lot of cool art. I'm excited to see it's coming. I love what Public Combo is doing. I was already a fan of the games that they develop and publish, but also the work that they're doing to port some of these games to consoles is really, really cool. Really, really great for horror fans like me who have confined themselves to console scrubdom. This is his final journal. We're going to read it because we have no respect for privacy. Nothing works. I have tried countless times to go back before the Conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn. Oh, that's what he's got going on. He's got the taint. Ooh, you hate that taint. Before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathous, without success. The breach is the wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder One's demand that I change the events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. Yeah, I think it should be on Steam. And if not, probably then on Itch.io. Were you yet... What?
Connor! It was an act of courage. He knew there was no other way to resist. He resisted that demon to the last.
I think we kind of sequence broke something of that. Didn't quite work correctly. Connor's a character from the first Dragon Age, right? Concerning, I think he has something with a demon possession with him that you have to fix. I don't know why the Inquisitor knows Connor's name. Maybe he's just like a local celeb. It's like a TikTok star or something. What is this? This ain't no pygmy hippo. I'm pretty sure somewhere in this game you can see a Krogan from Mass Effect's head mounted on a wall somewhere. I think maybe that's during the... I thought that was a person. Hey. Hello. I've got a bone to pick with you. I think maybe that's during there's a very tricky mission later in this game that's less combat driven and more
Do you know?
Yeah.
dialogue and
you're not going to tell.
decision driven.
You'll
I think
find
that's
out
might be
soon
where you
enough.
see it. It takes place in like a palace. And then I believe Mass Effect 2 has a similar Easter egg reference to Dragon Age in it. I think there's like a statue of a demon in a vault that you crack in Mass Effect 2, something along those lines. That was back when you could do silly little Easter egg gags without having to worry about people hyperfixating on like What is canon? Here's the secret theory that reveals that Dragon Age and Mass Effect are in the same universe. Top 20 clues that you missed. Number 3 will pull your pants off. And you don't want to hear number 2. Oh look, we got another one here. Okay. I feel like I really missed the boat on the Tony Hawk games. I just saw that from Dilly. That is so sad. I'm so sorry for you. I wonder if the Tony Hawk games are something you could like visit now and still really enjoy and appreciate, or if there's more like a you had to be there thing. I mean, they were definitely a huge part of like youth culture at the time, right? Like late 90s into early 2000s skateboarding was just like, that was huge, right? In a way that I don't feel like skateboarding is now. Now, I'm not a skateboarder, so I'm speaking pretty ignorantly to the topic. I was definitely a poser, all right? I had skating brand clothes and shit. I had a skateboard, but I could barely even ollie. I was a big poser for sure. But like skateboarding was just so huge at the time. Obviously with Tony Hawk blowing up, and then following that up with like the Jackass and like Bam Margera stuff, and even to the Rob Dyrdek stuff. Does Rob Dyrdek even skate now? I don't know if he just like watches YouTube videos on MTV, but that late 90s, early 2000s skateboarding era was unlike anything else. And those games being such a big hit, I feel like are such a part of that. And also why those hit the way they did. Is there nothing up here? What are we looking for? Let's go back down. I think there was did we close that rift in here? Or did we just fuck off? Yeah, we need to try that again, I think. And the music too, it's like, for me, those games were so formative for me in my music taste growing up. Like, those soundtracks were my first exposure to like a lot of punk music, ska music, metal music, rap music, like killer soundtracks. But Underground was the best for me. I know they've remastered and re-released, or like I think just full-blown remade some of the initial Tony Hawk games. I think maybe 1 and 2, or maybe 1, 2, maybe just 1 and 2, which I had nostalgia for sure. I got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. No, I think I had 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, they're all great, but my bigger interest would be Underground, because Underground, they really added a lot with that one, and had, like, to my like 12-year-old perception, a really good storyline. Which, it was cool. Like, you can make your own skater, whereas like the other ones were, let's drop you in a level, here's the different things you can accomplish in the level, you got to get points, once you get into points you unlock the next level, or you unlock this skater, stuff like that. Whereas Underground was like, you're gonna actually follow like a real storyline. You're gonna create. Oh, were we being stealthy? I'm sorry. Holy shit! Yo, don't pull him out of my spells. I look at this guy with his book. I think the book is cool. I wish I could carry a book like this. But yeah, you like made your own skater, and there was a storyline, and you could like get sponsored and pick which team you join, and you could start your own team, and the humor was really great, and the level design was really cool. And unlike the other games, you could get off the skateboard.
Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
You wouldn't think that the coolest feature they could come up with for Tony Hawk Pro Skater is to get off of your skateboard, but it really changed the game. So like nowadays it's like I have nostalgia for all the other games, but I don't know that I'd really be interested in a remake or a remaster of any of them other than Tony Hawk Underground, because that one was just like, that was the best. And Tony Hawk Underground 2 was good as well, but I think that one got a little too zany for my tastes. Because that one came out really in the height of like Bam Margera culture, and it focused on him way more in that game. Like he was a huge part of the storyline, and it was very like Jackass influence, which I loved at the time. Oh my goodness, I still love it. But it was almost a little too zany for me. It wasn't as good as the first one. Tony Hawk Underground 1, though, that's an all-timer for me. Jackass caused so many injuries among the guys in my friend group. Yeah. Yeah, that was the culture, you know? Where is, whoa, sorry about that. Still pressing the map button for Alien Isolation when I play this. Where is this actually? This says, and here. But maybe it's downstairs. We're also looking for red lyrium shards. Stop it! I forget if you need that to maybe open his door to his throne room or something. Okay, not going down there. Do you just want me to go? I keep doing it. Do you just want me to go over here? Big hops. Nope, can't take it. Okay, yeah, we need all of them.
Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
Where you got the shards at? I see you marking my map. Okay, maybe over here. Maybe in here. No shard here.
How much damage did Alexius' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Yeah, the old Jackass days, those are... I was still pretty young. I was in like middle school going into high school age when we were trying to like recreate that ourselves, you know. Everybody tried. Everybody wanted to make their Jackass tape, their stunt tape. We had our CKY DVDs, and we thought we could do that. We could be that funny. I still have my CKY DVDs. Relics of a Lost Age. I've got them upstairs on my shelf with all my movies right now. I wonder if those are like hard to find or get these days. I never bothered to look. Pretty sure I bought those secondhand from a GameStop. Oh, nope, sorry about that. Varric, or Dorian's like, We have a great opportunity to sneak. Meanwhile, I'm just creating a lightning storm in the room already. Sorry about that, Dorian. I'm sure your plan was really cool. Watch this though. Whoa. Actually, I'm about to die, so maybe you were right. I'm also on fire.
May Andraste have
That's
mercy
fine.
on your souls. No one else will.
Got a shard. I feel like in my memories, I really kind of forgot the scale of this game. Like every mission. Can't take it. Sorry, my inventory's full. Gotta leave all this crap behind. I had thought about that, but I didn't want to like start the stream with me sitting in a menu selling stuff. I didn't think that'd be a great way to sell the message of let's make some progress tonight. Nothing up here. But like this level's bigger than I remembered. There's more to do. Alright, we gotta... Oh, wrong map button. We gotta go... here?
What happened here?
Venatori decorating at its finest.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly.
Okay. I think this is my most powerful spell, so let's try this.
Block them from coming up the stairs!
Aw, see, but you dragged him out of it. Boom. That's what I'm saying. I want the floating book, Dorian. It's a cool look. Alright, which one of you bozos got the red shard? You. I wonder if they remastered... keep talking about it. They remastered Tony Hawk Underground. I wonder how they would approach the Bam Margera of it all, because he's quite a different person with quite a different perception, public perception these days. I wonder if that'd be weird or awkward at all. 'Cause he's like not a he's a huge deal in the second one, not as much in the first one, but still enough to where you gotta like, you'd have to like render him. Maybe you don't have to have him re-record any voice lines if you just got the old files laying around. I would hope you don't have him have to re-record voice lines, because I'm sure that would be a train wreck. Oh, I just missed this one. That's my fear. I'm gonna miss one like that in the wild. What's over here? Red shard? Anybody got a red shard? Oh my god, I'm so lost. We just need one more. This isn't very like specific as far as where to go. Oh, here we go. Red dots. Oh! Alright, who's holding the shard? Oh my god. Are you on the other side of that wall, sir? Hold on. Why are you causing mischief from behind the wall? That feels like cheating. Liliana, you could participate whenever you want. Look at that, that's so cool! Teleports and leaves a bunch of pages. I want to be a page master.
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Wizard cheating. Thinks he's so cool because he's studying the blight back here. Nope, can't take it. Ah! I hope none of this stuff is actually, like, deceptively good. Alright, run through this wall. Oh! What's up, motherfuckers? Who wants it? Maybe I should try and play around with the other characters. Can I take the earrings? Can I get a feel for the other classes doing this? Because I'm kind of running on the assumption that I'll be a mage again in Veilguard. Because I'm used to playing as a mage, but maybe, I don't know. Because playing this again, I've realized that at least so far, and in my experience, this should get better once I get the specialization, but I don't know why I'm checking this again. That's if I don't know what's in it. But the mage combat is a little kind of boring, dare I say. There's not much to it. Like, you just stand here, hold down this button, and then just use your other spells and wait for mana to recharge. There's not much to it, but I don't know if the other classes feel similar or not. Yeah, lackluster. It will get better once I get the Knight Enchanter specialization, because then I'll instead of just standing there and I'll be flying around the map with this, and I'll actually have a magical sword I'll be hitting fools with. And from what I recall, that is pretty fun, and it's really fantastic for when you start fighting dragons. Like being able to fight with weapons and magic. I've never actually tried playing as a rogue or as a warrior. Just like conceptually, mage is more appealing to me. And I feel like mages just always naturally get more like stake in the story. Because even as we're seeing so far in this game, there's just so much about like the liberation of mages and their place in the world. They're just always so involved in the story somewhere, and so I always feel a bit more personally connected to what's happening when my player character is a mage as well. If that makes sense. I've never really felt that wasn't true, and I imagine it'll still feel true in the next one because there's a hell of a lot of magical shenanigans in the Veilguard from what I can see, and it's going to also largely take place in Tevinter, which is ruled by mages. Perhaps you could do a subversion of expectations by playing not as a mage in the mage-centric game. I don't know. I haven't really thought too deep into that, but my default instinct is to play as a mage again. Okay, let's see. You'll pay for this.
Alexius, it's time to answer for your crimes.
And here you are, finally. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
I'll admit, I expected a bit more fight out of you.
Alas, I am not the foe you remember. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
That's Felix. Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him.
Oh yeah, he looks great.
Don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
I love the Gollum pose he was hitting a few minutes ago.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Oh. Time for that fight. Time for that fight. Get zapped. Can't run from me. I'm super quick. Love playing as a druid in Baldur's Gate 3. Oof. Feel more connected to tanky types and healers because we're background care. Ooh, where'd you go? Miss me with that Benny Hill shit. I could see that perspective on it. For me, it was like when I played the first Dragon Age, Mage just appealed to me the most. I thought it was just like the coolest, you know? Magic, cool, simple as that. And I've just never been able to really break away from that. I haven't really looked at like the combat preview videos and stuff that BioWare's released for Veilguard. I don't know if that'll sway me at all. I've actually just kind of been avoiding looking at much else for Veilguard at this point, like, because I'm pretty much sold on it. I think even if it came out and got a lackluster response or even a bad response, I'm not sure I'd be able to resist getting it even in spite of that, because I've just been waiting for so long to play it. So at this point, I'm not even that concerned with like getting more info on story or gameplay. Nice try, little fucking jumpy demons. I hate them so much. Can't get me this time. I'm gonna zip away. Alright, we good? Same thing with the Silent Hill 2 remake. At this point, I'm just so locked into getting and playing that game. I feel there's been more risk in the Silent Hill 2 remake maybe not living up to expectation, but those that have gotten hands on it have seemed to have been pretty impressed by it. But it's like, yeah, I don't need to see anything else. I've seen enough. I'm pretty locked into getting that game. Gotta hope those are both good, though. Veilguard will truly crush me if it's not great.
Justifications. He lost Felix long ago.
What was that?
Didn't even notice.
What is that?
Oh, Alexius.
What is down there? Something is crawling around in the cutscene. There's nothing that should be crawling around right now.
This Alexius was too far gone, but the Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true.
I need to see what's down there.
Amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to...
Maybe it was just his staff, like awkwardly in his hand?
That's impossible. You must go now.
You'll have to hurry. This is bad. We'll hold the main door. Once they break through, it's all you, Nightingale.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours. Though darkness closes, I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die.
Leliana making a good case for playing as a rogue, as an archer. They're pretty cool. Thank you for the clip. I will want to review that clip because I'm wondering what that was. Rip Legend. Flashbang warning.
You'll have to do better than that.
What's up, loser? Oh. By his perception, did that plan work for like 5 seconds?
You failed, Alexius. How forgiving is your Elder One?
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. Or not.
Grand Enchanter, we'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered
Oh,
the
that's right. That's
we did
Alistair,
not
isn't
give them
it?
the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora.
Oh, man.
I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
I forgot you get to see Alistair. Oops, punch the mic. I forgot you get to see Alistair at all. Come aboard.
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
I've known a lot of mages. They can be loyal friends if you let them. Friends who make bad decisions, but still loyal.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
You're our prisoners. Nah, come on, Cassandra. Stop being a narc. We could be besties.
We would be honored to have you fight.
Solus loves that. He's not even here.
Side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors
Solus is like peeking in through the window.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't.
Did you see that, Fiona? I just leveled up in front of
Any
you.
chance of success requires your.
Now everybody's got opinions now.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
So sad, of course, because as I'd forgotten and Kit reminded me last time, Fiona is Alistair's mother, and he does not know that.
And ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this choice.
And if you're unfamiliar, Alistair is one of your primary companions from the original Dragon Age, who can end up in a number of different places by the end of the game. But in my world state, he is the king of Ferelden. Married him to Honora? I don't really remember a lot about Dragon Age, so I don't remember why that makes him poor.
There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
Nah, it'll be cool. You're a dork. I lied to them.
We're not monsters. We can control ourselves without any outside help.
This is not an issue of self-control. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. And here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
Closing the breach will require a lot of magic, and that means lyrium. I have contacts who can help.
Contacts meaning smugglers? Send them word. We need every advantage.
We have legitimate lyrium supply lines already.
And they don't need to hear of this.
Keep it under the table, and I'll do what I can to quiet rumors.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Yeah, Cullen, he's a sort of a traditional Templar himbo, right? That's alright. We're gonna make all these people chill out over the course of this playthrough. If memory serves me correct, everybody, it's gonna be fine. Let's make a quip.
And I'd hope to sit out the assault on the breach. Take a nap. Maybe go for a walk.
What is it they say? No rest for the wicked.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I don't want you here. I don't think we have the option to actually tell him no, though, right? We're, of course, going to tell him yes, because Dorian is strong bestie material.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Well, that's a little intense, actually,
choice.
but I'm glad he's staying.
Get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Alright, the war room, we'll get there. We gotta do the BioWare thing of talking to everybody and seeing how they feel, right?
Your assistance in this matter, Lady Corbin.
And my miners appreciate your business. You'll have your lyrium by the end of the week. I should tell you, Ambassador, the Chantry raised some fuss when they learned about our arrangement.
The Inquisition must certainly see.
And then we should sell off all our shit that we don't want as
we
well.
hope to convince them it is a necessary one as well.
And then maybe we can close that big fucking hole in the sky tonight? You know, there might be time left still to do that. I don't know, though. It might take a long time to talk to everybody.
Who is she, Ambassador?
God, our armor looks so much fucking cooler
I thought
now.
we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's mages. According to Lady Corbin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How do you balance that candle?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than anti.
That's crazy.
We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
The Chantry should be a place of hope, not another group scrambling for answers.
That must be its strength again. The Chants did much to bridge nations. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Look at the Inquisitor with this, like, man-spreading
A source of many shared customs.
posture.
That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
It's terrible form there. Sit up straight, God's sake.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when
Arm
talking
clipping
with
through your
strangers.
armor. And your leg!
Precisely.
Pull
And
it together.
These similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
Anyway, you want to kiss? No, 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 come on. Let's be professional here.
The Inquisition will have plenty of time for that between finding the Divine's murderer and sealing the breach.
Busy as we are, I do have a question for you, if you've a moment. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Interesting, because so far we've been playing it as she does not actually believe she's the Herald of Andraste, but it would be probably advantageous for the Inquisition to officially state that, right?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
Be nice to me, my homegirl Andraste shall smite thee. Yeah, I don't know. One of the options is I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if a miracle from Andraste saved me any more than they do.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such
IDK.
A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer.
And quite frankly, IDC. What do you think about that, Josephine? It is one of those things where I think the game never does really officially weigh in on whether that's what happened or not. It does kind of just leave that up to your own interpretation, which is kind of neat.
Good day to you.
You got anything else?
What do people make of us?
We've gathered many favors among the nobility. They will be gently reminded of this.
Okay.
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Here, you want some weird stuff?
Do you need anything
We can
more,
use that.
revered mother?
How you doing, Giselle?
I understand you were instrumental in garnering the assistance of the rebel mages. It is well done. And I pray this Inquisition fares better than the Chantry in its handling of magic.
You disapprove of something the Chantry did. Are you allowed to do that?
That largely depends upon one's company. While surrounded by those declared heretics already, I am safe enough. In some ways, Andraste had the simpler task. Magic should serve man, and not rule over him. That tells us what should be, but it does not tell us how to get there. So many times the methods of men have undone the spirit of their goals. Once you have sealed the breach, we shall see whether this Inquisition is truer to the Chantry, or its own namesake.
Okay.
Farewell.
Farewell.
This is just the downstairs. Nobody's downstairs, right? Or we do have a prisoner now, technically, don't we? Is the what's his nuts down here? Whoa! That's kind of neat. My staff hits the chandelier there. No, you're not down here, are you? Oh, if I was a rogue, I could break into that cell. I don't think we'll ever get to, though, because we'll never be a rogue. What a shame. I do understand in Veilguard, you will be able to romance everybody that's romanceable, regardless of how you play your character, or whether you're man or woman, or like race, elf, dwarf, etc. Which I believe is new to this series. I don't know if the other ones were like that. This one's not. This one's not. Characters have like set romantic preference. But everybody's just going to be... what would that be? Like pansexual, I guess? In Veilguard? You can just come and get it from whoever you want.
If Fiona and her Malcolm...
Okay, Vivian, I didn't even say anything yet.
Abominations
I'm so sorry that you could just make out with whoever you want in the Veilguard.
handle incidents. Some of the rank and file need to be trained.
What did you say? Hold on, my camera's in the way. Incident. Some of the rank found need to be trained. No, you know what? Your ideas always are terrible. Fuck you.
These mages joined us freely. We don't need templars to contain them.
My dear, I don't think you've grasped the magnitude of the situation. The veil is broken, and the raw power of the Fade rushes out like floodwaters through a shattered levee.
Definitely pro mage
You know
liberation.
as well as I do that mages attract demons where the veil
Let's
is
get
thin.
wild.
And if demons can walk our world with no blood magic to summon them, how safe do you think our allies are? There has never been a greater threat to mages than the breach. Until it is closed, no one is safe.
You have a low opinion of your fellow mages.
It's not so much an opinion as grasping the obvious. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
You're right, but templars are a poor solution.
They are men, and all men are
Oh,
flawed. That
she likes
some
that a
fail
little bit.
does not mean that none should try. The fact remains that there is no cure for an abomination except death. Someone must strike the killing blow. Who shall lower the blade if not a Templar? Tell me something. You said once that you wanted to change things. What future would you build for mages?
Oh, you're gonna hate this.
Mages should be treated like anybody else.
How free did you feel living on the run, never straying too close to villages or...
You can
staying
fight
in
me if you
one
feel so
place?
strongly about it.
Paint the cage any color you like. It is still a cage. It's something to consider, my dear.
No, it's not. What do you... I said they should be free, and you wanted to say another metaphor about it's a different form of, like, servitude. You can't bust that on me. I'm saying they should not be trapped within it, any sort of outdated system. Nice try. What do you think?
Reports of Fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Special.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Perhaps the hero of Ferelden from the first game, maybe?
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord. The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
The chandelier here. Her credibility is non-existent when mages and towers is how she maintains control while not being in a tower herself. Yeah, precisely. She's a big fucking hypocrite.
I'll leave you to your work.
Vivian looks very cool, but she's like the wettest of blankets.
Can I help you with something?
No, why am I talking to you? You got nothing to say to me. Can't do any of this.
If you find anything we need, let me know.
Just like a self-hating mage who will not suffer the consequences of the abusive system she strives to uphold, so she wants to continue upholding it.
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But Red Lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow?
That's right, red lyrium's a big thing in Dragon Age
It took
2.
years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff.
I misremembered it
This
as being
Elder
new
one
in this
managed
game.
to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
The Inquisition has the numbers to track down all this lyrium and destroy it.
I hope so. I don't want to think about what happens if it starts a plague. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff
I don't think we're going to close up that hole tonight.
Maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Takes a lot longer to get to closing the whatever it's called. Not the void. The breach that I remembered. I remember thinking when I first sat down with this again, I was like, alright, we probably get the breach closed in like the first stream. Like, man, I really fucking misremembered the pacing of this game. Let's plan for what's next.
We can't know what's coming. Best not to get too comfortable.
I can't disagree with that. But maybe you should try to relax while you can. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Or maybe we will. I don't know. Let's chat everybody up and then we'll see. Anything in here? No. Alright, Varric's here. Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. I think Sarah's in here.
Well, that's mages all over. So many robes, I bet all of Ferelden lost their curtains. I'll just be the other side of Haven, just in case.
These mages are here to aid the Inquisition. Don't worry.
Sure, don't worry. Magic up there, magic down here. What's to worry about? I mean, yay, freedom. Great for them. Over there, away from me.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Yeah, we got a bard in here now?
Researcher Minade wishes to use some inexpensive spirits.
Oh, Maker, you're here. You're the Herald of Andraste. And you were sent to shame us for mistreating the elves. I pay my elves good and proper, you should know. Friend of the Age and all, and... I mean, I'm Flisser. Can I get you a drink?
I'd say a dang thing about any elves. Why are you squirming?
I'm not from an alien age. I'm Dalish.
Oh, right. Of course. Because of the things on your face. Yes. As I said, I'm Flisser. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
You said Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, mainly. I managed an inn back in Denerim. When I heard interesting gossip, I'd pass word to Leliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
That's a just fantastic painting there, by the way.
Farewell. Goodbye.
I'd love to order a copy off of Etsy. Alright. Got a bard rocket in there. Love that. Alright, I bet you got an opinion about something.
So we have gained the mages. Excellent. They should be able to seal the breach.
He loves it.
Certain you experienced time travel. Could it have been an illusion? A trick of the Fade?
I've been to the Fade before. I'd know it.
Point taken. What an amazing gift. It is vital the Inquisition succeed to avoid the future you witness.
Oh, shit. You know what? We shine up that chrome dome here.
Most people have trouble wrapping their heads around the idea.
We riz this man up.
I appreciate you talking with me about it. And not being most people.
If you wish me to speak of Elysian fashion, I may be at a loss. Magical surprises I can handle. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again at Redcliffe. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
If you say so, Solus. Here's our new bestie over here.
Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halamsharal? Cows milking farmers?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition is seen as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
Ooh, you want to kiss me? No, because that doesn't work in this game because characters do have romantic preferences. In Inquisition, and Dorian, he's not interested in what we're selling. You know what I mean? We're not selling it, of course. There's not like a transaction happening here. It's not like, it'd be a crime. We're not, I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
What would be wrong with that?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Have you gone to see Alexius yet? He's in the cells.
Apparently he is in the cells. I couldn't find him.
I saw him before they locked him up. He looked despondent, broken. Not the man I remember, nor the one I want to. I suppose the Inquisition will judge him eventually. I wonder if there's any chance they'll show him mercy. He hardly deserves it, but for Felix's sake. I can't help hoping there's something left of the man I once knew.
Ah! Okay, who else we got? Who do we miss? I think Bull is out front. Cassandra's out front. Blackwall's out front. Where's Cullen? Out here. I don't think I found him yet. Is he also out front? Okay, he is. Got it. Alright, we'll go up front. Let's see. I think the merchant is right here as well. So let's real quickly go through our inventory and let's see. Do we have, first of all, a staff that yours truly could use as an upgrade? No. Armor is definitely not going to be... We've got some good custom crafted armor off of a schematic that not supposed to get till later in the game, but that's fine. Alright, we don't want any of this stuff. How about Cassandra? We got a sword for you? No? How about a shield? No, look, we passed up on all that shit. I bet there was something good back there on that level. No, nothing for you, or maybe you guys are good to go. I don't know. How about this belt of urgency? That sounds better than whatever you got on. Okay, great. Sarah. No. No. I got a ring for you? Yes, I do. Ooh, I saw one. Ring of Sundering? There you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy the Sundering. For you. Nope, you're not strong enough to use that staff. Sorry about that. You can have this one, though. What a prize. And I think your armor's good to go. Yes, it is. You need a pendant, and you can have another ring. Or an amulet. Sorry, not a pendant. Okay, great. Blackwall. No, how about a shield? No. Armor, no. I think your accessories are fine as well. Okay. Oops. Bull. The big bull. Oh, that's right. He got the slutty armor. He rocks it way better than Solus ever did, though. If I'm being honest, I think you'd be hard pressed to disagree. We could give him some better armor. No. Let's see. You're always going to use Bianca, which we did get an upgrade for, so we should take care of that soon. No, I think we got everybody set up pretty good, huh? Solus is fine. Yeah. Vivian. Yeah, everybody's set up pretty good, so let's just sell all this shit. Alright, all the valuables real quick. Take those. We really don't even have that much money. Let's go through and sell a bunch of this stuff. I think you can... I don't want to sell off some of the more iconic things, though. Even though I probably have no reason to keep them. Okay, we'll keep that. I would have to think there's a way to, like, store some of this stuff, no? Alright, get rid of some of these generic accessories. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, I don't know. I think we might just end up talking to everybody and then wrapping up the stream, because if I start the next mission, I got a feeling that'll probably take a little while. Vivian is someone I think would be a cool friend as long as we don't talk about politics. I mean, she's got great outfits. Probably knows the best spots to eat in town, you know? Isn't that I disagree with someone's politics? That'd be more like, should we spend money on roads or teachers? As much as we are discussing human values like caring for the sick or old, or understanding things like basic human rights and respect transcend things like citizenship or religious creed. Yeah, I feel you on that. People love to... I've been saying this. People love to talk about how you can have a difference of opinion. Right? We can have different opinions, but at least we can have a conversation about it. Like, the people who say that are almost always the ones erring on the side of, like, really shitty opinions. And those opinions are, like, I think different types of people should be treated, like, socially and legally as lesser than, as second class. Like, we could have a different opinion about people's rights to exist and, like, access education and healthcare and make, like, and have, like, bodily autonomy. It's like, no, man, different opinion is, like, we can have different opinions on music. You could think that movie sucks and I could think it's great. You could think Ohio Pie is overrated and, like, you're wrong, but you can have a different opinion than me on something like pizza. But, like, human rights, that's not really a difference in perspective, you know? You know what I'm saying, Lisette?
We cannot stay here. Word is that the mages will be joining us here in Haven. I hope you've chosen your allies wisely, Harold.
Quite frankly, Lisette, I already forgot who you are if I ever even knew in the first place. Oh, you're a Templar? Alright.
I will talk to you later. Walk in the Maker's grace.
Alright, what's going on here, Colin? Anything? No, I guess not all of you have, like, super involved conversations. Do you not have a problem?
You weren't happy with how I brought in the mages. Do you have a problem with me as well?
Of course not. I have no intention of endangering your alliance, but I must ensure the safety of those here. That concern extends to the mages. They are putting themselves at risk for the Inquisition, as are you. Any precautions taken are meant to aid you, nothing more. I hope you will accept them as such.
That's all for now.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Those are all dialogue trees that I can exhaust on my own time. Cassandra, any news?
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens. We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
What's going on, camera guy? Cutting off that chin. That's like my old streams. I can never like get my chin on the camera. That's a real old callback. Dilly Tad's the only one who's going to get that one.
Evidently.
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You want a kiss?
We wouldn't be here at all if you hadn't stood up against the Chantry.
You're being kind.
You're discounting your role in this.
Let's close the breach. Then we can say how successful I was.
I'm conflicted. I would love to get the breach closed today. I'd love to finish on that note, but it's already 12:30.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Hey, want a kiss?
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
And you're a mage, so that's saying something. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Oh wait, I can buy and sell stuff here? What is this? Oh, these are horsies. This horsey's free.
Better than what you ride in Arnsberg?
Well,
Oh, look at all the horses I can look at. I think some of them might already be, yeah, unlocked because they're DLC. Oh, I think I want to ride a deer horsey. We can also ride a dragon horsey or a horse horsey. Whoa, look at that one. I think I want to ride... Oh, these are like the weird horsies. Like this big nug. Hey, bro, you got that big nug? And this is, I don't know. This is like an undead horsey. Let's get a deer horsey. Let's do this one. It looks amazing. What is happening? Oh my god. The cookies do go hard, and you are wrong about their pizza. And actually, I changed my mind. I would consider this now an affront on the same level as declining human rights. I just saw a regular nug over here. Just there it goes. There's a regular nug running down the road. They're like naked mole bunny pigs.
I've been meaning to thank you.
No, you're welcome.
There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
It was on the way.
Benefits the wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman, principled.
You look very warm.
For you. And I've
And
never
that
been
like
more
quilted coat. That looks great. You want a kiss?
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
Do you want a kiss?
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Oh, I'm conflicted. Okay, I think we talked to everybody. I'm conflicted about... Oh, there's my deer horsey. Look at it. It's so majestic. It's beautiful.
Fine, forget I said anything.
If I start this mission, I think it'll definitely take me up to 1. I don't know if I want that. I'm afraid it'll take me like a good... I'm afraid it'll be like an hour long once I get into this mission. Beautiful horse deer for a beautiful deer lad. Am I a deer? Oh, dear. I guess I should wrap up here.
believes these notes could assist you.
I don't want to, but we're so close to making like massive progress. But I'm afraid this will take me, once I get locked into this, like there's a huge story mission coming up here. I think I'll regrettably wrap up here. I was really hoping we'd get through like 2 big missions, but it wasn't meant to happen. Oh well. Look at our Inquisitor. She's just fantastic. She looks great. Alright, I'll wrap up here on Dragon Age, regrettably. Like I said, I kind of did the math, the calendar math, on whether we'll be able to... Oh my god, can I fucking... Can you please? I gotta go in the basement. Guys don't stop yapping up there. Let's see, can I find the Magister? Bonk. Where's he hiding? You said we had a prisoner down here? That's what I thought too. Maybe I have to unlock this to get in there and make fun of him? No? You in here? Maybe in here somewhere? Hello, I want to make fun of you. You got caught. You got busted. I don't see him. Is he actually down here? I seem to have remembered that, but I might have made that up. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure if I could finish this before October, which would be kind of a shame only because I would have to completely drop it for a month and then continue it again in November when Veilguard's out, and that'll drive me a little crazy. So I'm going to try my best. On Thursday, I should be back with Alien Isolation. I really want to try and finish that, but I'm also not sure how realistic that is because I seem to be averaging 2 missions a stream on Alien Isolation. And we ended right at the start of 16, and there are 19 total missions in Isolation. And really, that kind of technically means I actually have 4 left because I have to get all the way through 16 and then 17, 18, 19. So I'm not sure. It depends on how long they are, whether I get stuck, etc., etc. Oops. Look at that giant bear on the map. Did you see that? Also, what button did I just press? What button did I press to get the map to come up like that? Oh, the left on the D-pad is a map shortcut. Look at this big bear. Oh my god. That's good to know. Maybe I'll stop pressing the wrong button to get to the map now. So I don't know if I can actually finish Alien on Thursday. I'm hoping to. I'd like to. It feels like it's time to finish Alien, although I am still quite enjoying it. So I'm going to try to do that. And then after that, it'll be Dragon Age for the rest of the month. But there's not that much month left. Like, September has been zipping by. I don't know if y'all feel that way too. I've been just so busy and tired, and work's kicking my ass, and I feel like the days are just zipping by. But yep, it'll be Dragon Age for the rest of the month. Like I said at the top of the stream, the schedule on Twitch is updated, and on the 27th, I am going to try to do a bonus Friday night stream and try to go for a really long time. Like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 hours, so we can make a ton of progress. Bonk. On the 27th, if things go according to plan, though they really do, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can break the record for longest stream. I don't know for sure what the longest stream I've ever done is on here. in terms of runtime, but I do know what game it was. I want to say it was like 5 hours and 45 minutes, something like that. And it's so fucking random, the game, that gets the distinction. It was the first stream I did of the Callisto Protocol. I don't know what the hell I was doing that day that I played the Callisto Protocol for 6 hours straight almost, but I've not beaten that record yet. So maybe we'll do it out of the 27th with Dragon Age. I feel like that would be a better contender for longest stream. I think Callisto Protocol's... I think I got pretty drunk while I was playing Callisto Protocol, so that would make a lot of sense. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm just running in circles in the basement. I'll be back on Thursday, probably for Alien, and then Inquisition for the rest of the month. And see if we can get this finished by the end of the month. I also got to do the Trespasser DLC because that is very necessary. So we'll see what we can do. It's going to be tough, especially because I'm not moving through this game really at the pace that I anticipated, because we still haven't even returned to the bonk, back to the breach. But now we got our mages, so when we play this again on Sunday, we should definitely get some shit done. All right, I'm going to go to bed. I'm pretty tired. I'm really tired. It's been a pretty busy, pretty challenging week for me so far. So I hope you get some good sleep. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a nice Wednesday. Dilly, what are we doing tomorrow? Well, we're doing art stream tomorrow. I don't even need to ask you that anymore. Wednesday's for the art stream, right? So I'll look forward to that. Excited to tune in for that. Been enjoying the return of the art stream quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to stop running around this basement. Depends, might not do something already. Oh my, more Evil West? Maybe? Maybe not? Depends. Well, regardless, I'm going to be up in that stream, chatting and shit. Kind of finished what I was working on for the time being. Oh, okay. That's good to hear. Congrats. Respectable. Alright, well, whatever you decide, whatever you feel like, I'm here for it, and I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you then. And now I gotta go to bed. I'm kind of hungry. I might get a little snack before bed. I probably shouldn't. I got some Costco pizza up there. Costco pizza is the truth. That's it. Matt Thomas doesn't like Costco pizza, but he's wrong about that too. And I will not make any concessions about that. All right. Good night. Love ya. Toodaloo. And sweet dreams. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Daily Kit featured. Any lurkers? You had some pretzels, Dilly Tots? That's good to hear. All right. Good night.